What's good, guys? It's TSG. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at some of the biggest leaks from last week's showcase. Jumping straight into it, this is one of the massive leaks and one of the Illuvials that we haven't seen too much of. I actually don't know what this is called. We've seen works in progress over time with the mammoth, with the different stages and the tusks and everything like that. This looks like the stage 3. But this is the first time that we're really getting to see its Omega, its ultimate power. And this is something that we haven't seen before in the game. But you can see this right here, like its massive brain to pick up your Alluvial and reposition it. So this is going to be crazy when we actually play the game, because it doesn't matter how much you strategize and go into it. If your opponent can just pick you up and move you like you're a little baby and you don't mean anything, like, what does that do? What does that do for your strategy? It adds a whole nother layer. And honestly, we haven't seen anything like this in the game so far. Everything else is pretty standard of it attacks you, it does damage, it stuns you, it heals you. It's very kind of basic. Whereas to pick something up and move it is just wild. And imagine picking up this massive Titan or this massive Alluvial, picking it up like it's nothing and then throwing it aside. That's just mind-boggling. The next thing that we have is this right here, and it's not, I know it's not perfect, it's a work in progress. It's this bioluminescent effect in Abyssal Basin. So essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to give this region a feeling of being alive. So when you're walking in, there's some interaction, something is happening, and you're not kind of just walking. Like in real life, the way you kind of look at it, things are moving around you. Nothing is absolutely stationary. If you're looking outside, the leaves are moving, right? Like things are happening, cars are moving. So when you walk, like they kind of want to have that effect. And I think this is going to be sick. Abyssal Basin is going to be one of the 3 regions that is available on release of the open beta. So that's going to be really cool. I've already seen what they've done internally with the internal build of how far that is. People don't realize how close that is to being done. Personally, this isn't my favorite region, but I mean, I'm not going to be an idiot and say that it looks bad. Like it's incredible. It's just not particularly my style. This region honestly reminds me of Dagobah. And for anyone that's a Star Wars fan, they'll get it straight away. That's where Luke goes to meet Yoda for the first time. And it just has this eerie, foresty vibe with the lakes and everything like that. So check that out. Look it up. I'm sure Josh, my editor, is going to put it up right here what Dagobah looks like. But that's it. Like, that's the feeling you're going to get from this region. Moving on, we now go into the Illuvials. And this has been, again, an Illuvial that we haven't seen so much of. We've started to see a bit more of it recently. I think that it's getting closer and closer to being done. I mean, looking at the animations, you can see it. Obviously, there's no grooming here. There's no hair. But that will come. But this is the baby drop bear. I wish I could zoom into these things. But, like, look at the teeth, fam. It's wild. This, like, and the evolutions of these is just mental. So this is the stage 1. We're going to go into the stage 2. Yeah, like, look, man, again. So this is a cute little baby. He goes into the stage 2, more of a teenager, starting to get that build. And honestly, I'm going to skip the stage 2. The biggest thing here is the stage 3. Like, look at this menace, fam. I'm going to assume that's fire in his hand, waving that like, oh, I wish I could zoom in. But look at that mask. This guy right here reminds me so much of one of the guys from, I think, it's not Koba, right? Who's the bad ape from Planet of the Apes? It's Koba with like the war paint or the scar or something like that. That's what he reminds me of. And I know it's a drop bear, but like, yo, the arch in his neck, like the shoulders. This guy is easily, potentially top 5. Top 5 for me, just looks amazing. And I can't wait to see what he actually does. Like, I don't think the Omega's been released yet or unveiled. So once we get to see that, but I think this guy just looks incredible, man. Like, yeah, damn. Awesome. And we're just going to finish this off by looking at a couple of the Illuvitars that we haven't necessarily seen before. So this one here is Appon. I'm assuming it's Appon because of the energy on its head. That's the Aaron tennis player one. So yeah, Appon, again, I don't think this is going to be in batch 1, but we already know that batch 2, batch 3 is already being worked on, so they're ready. So this is what we're looking at here. I think this looks cool. I'm really excited for Illuvitars when it does drop. I think that's going to be a crazy collectible game. And I'm really keen to see how the collection album plays into it, what the rewards are for it, all of those kind of side aspects. Honestly, it feels like the Illuvitars collection album is actually going to be a mini game, like a 4th game in the Illuvium universe. This is obviously another Illuvitar. This is Archelion, potentially Kellyon or Archos. I'm actually not too sure. I think it's Archos. But man, I just love it. Like this one I can zoom in on. Like just look at the details here. Again, it looks like it's glowing. Yeah, massive shout out to the art team for being able to do this, man. Like the speed at which that they work is just unbelievable. Like, and the detail is just incredible. Nothing but respect for the art team. Going into the polar bear, again, this looks sick. This is obviously not going to be batch 1, but I just thought I'd show it to you because I am really excited for the Illuvitars. And you can just see again, like the snow here. Look at the details of the teeth, right? Like the shading and everything. It's not honestly needed. I mean, you look at like, I'm not shitting on Bored Apes, but you look at Bored Apes, you look at the goblins and things like that, and it's just like, oh yeah, cool. Whereas this is, yeah, like look at this, fam. Like it's just unbelievable. And something that I want to point out, if you look at these three, you can see that they've got black backgrounds. So we're going to obviously have different backgrounds to go with them. And this is one of the new backgrounds that we're looking at as well. So this is the Illuvium 0 background. So I think it's like the location or building backgrounds. That's just a thing. So imagine having this and then an Illuvitar on top of that. So your polar bear is going to be in front of this background. So that's how it's going to work. I'm keen to see what else they do with it. We have actually seen this image before a long time ago. Whether it was planned to be for Illuvitars or not, unsure, but it is now. Anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the leaks. I'll be doing these every week, so make sure you tune in, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.